Welcome to Behind Closed Doors, where we take you into the unseen world of family law, relationships, and everything that goes on behind the scenes. I'm Evie Clarke, your host, and today we're opening the door to something that might just surprise you.
Ah, yes. You see, family is the heartbeat of every world. But in this world, sometimes the heart is broken in ways we do not understand. We are here to shine light on the shadows, help you navigate through the complexities, and find hope in the most difficult of situations.
Exactly, Podge. In each episode, we'll peel back the layers of the family court system, the challenges families face, and the stories that often go untold. It's time to take a look behind closed doors. If you live in the UK, have kids, and you're going through an extremely messy breakup with a toxic, high-conflict other parent, first, I'm sorry. Second, brace yourself, because you may be about to step into a system so tangled, so opaque, and so riddled with contradictions that even the professionals working within it often struggle to make sense of it. I'm talking about the UK family court system, a place where cases drag on for years, decisions can feel unpredictable, and despite all the legal jargon about the child's best interests, many parents find themselves watching helplessly as their relationship with their child is torn apart. And here's the harsh truth. If one parent is determined enough, they can manipulate this system to remove the other parent from their child's life. And the courts? They often enable it. It's called litigation abuse, where one parent uses the legal system as a weapon to exhaust, bankrupt, and emotionally break the other. And one of the most devastating consequences? Parental alienation. Now, officially, the UK family courts do not have a legal definition for parental alienation, and it isn't recognised as a distinct form of abuse in law. But that doesn't mean the behaviours don't exist. What the courts do recognise are alienating behaviours, when a child is influenced to unjustifiably reject a parent. Cafcass, the agency that advises the courts, is meant to assess whether this is happening and whether other factors, like domestic abuse or harmful parenting, are contributing to the child's resistance. But here's the problem. Cafcass gets it wrong. A lot. They are supposed to act in the child's best interests, but in reality, they're underfunded, overstretched, and sometimes easily manipulated. Reports can be rushed, biases can creep in, and once a narrative is set, right or wrong, it can be near impossible to challenge. That means a loving parent can be falsely accused and restricted from their child's life. Or, on the flip side, a genuinely harmful parent can avoid scrutiny because they know exactly what to say. And all the while, the child is caught in the middle.
The system is supposed to protect the child, yes, but if it listens to the wrong voices, if it fails to see manipulation, then the child is not protected at all. The child is used, and that is something no system should allow.
So, how did we end up here? Once upon a time, courts existed to serve justice. But in family court, justice isn't just blind. It's wandered off, left no forwarding address, and nobody's even looking for it. Family court operates behind closed doors. No public scrutiny, no independent oversight, and journalists? They're about as welcome as a wasp in a spacesuit. In criminal court, serious allegations demand real evidence, witnesses, cross-examinations, a jury of your peers. In family court, you could be accused of something with zero proof, and if you dare question it, congratulations, you're now not engaging with the process. And the judges? Oh, you'd think they'd be family law specialists, right? Experts in child psychology, coercive control, maybe even common sense. Not necessarily. You might get a judge who spent their career untangling corporate tax fraud, deciding where your child lives. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
So the great cosmic riddle of justice unfolds. In the temple of family law, one does not seek truth but learns to navigate the ever-shifting sands of paperwork. A tax lawyer may know numbers, but can they count the heartbeats of a child longing for their parent?
Exactly. And if one parent figures out how to game the system, they can trap the other in an endless cycle of litigation, draining their time, their money, and their will to fight. This isn't just a flaw in the system. This is the system.
And so the path is set, a journey through a court that does not seek justice but compliance, where those who shout loudest may be heard, and those who tell the truth must prove the unprovable. This is not a court of law. It is
bureaucracy disguised as justice. And if you're caught in it, you might never get out. What can be done? So, what can actually be done? The system may be slow to change, but that doesn't mean people aren't fighting for it. Real change starts with real accountability. Here's what needs to happen. 1. Transparency and oversight. Family courts have traditionally operated behind closed doors, leading to a lack of public understanding and accountability. However, organizations like the Transparency Project are working diligently to shed light on these processes. They monitor media reports, explain court judgments, and address misreporting to make family justice clearer for everyone. Additionally, recent reforms have introduced transparency orders, allowing journalists to report on family court proceedings while protecting the anonymity of those involved. 2. Legal accountability. Strategic litigation plays a crucial role in challenging systemic injustices. The Good Law Project has been at the forefront of such efforts, engaging in cases that hold authorities accountable and ensure the law serves the public interest. For instance, they supported a case in the Family Division of the High Court to protect unaccompanied asylum-seeking children, emphasizing the responsibility of local authorities under the Children Act 1989. 3. Early intervention for alienating behaviors. Psychological abuse, such as parental alienation, can have long-lasting effects on children. Charities like Parental Alienation Awareness are working to educate professionals and the public about these issues, advocating for early intervention to prevent irreversible damage.
so there are people out there trying to fix this mess.
Yes, and if you're an alienated parent, there's support. You're not alone. The Parental Alienation UK help and support group on Facebook, parents who truly understand what you're going through. Charlie McCready, a coach offering a 9-step program to help parents rebuild their relationship with their child and protect them from alienation.
And Tammy Mimosa, author of Be Your Own Hero 2017, has developed the Drip Love method, a consistent, loving approach to rebuild trust with your child.
Karen Woodall, an expert in parental alienation, offers invaluable resources and coaching. Her approach emphasizes therapeutic intervention and supporting parents through the complexities of alienation, helping them reconnect with their children. Plus, a wealth of resources, books, articles, and experts, all fighting to expose and stop parental alienation.
Hope is not lost. Even in the darkest times, there are those who will stand with you, who will fight for change, and who will never stop until the truth comes to light.
Well, we've barely scratched the surface of this issue today, haven't we? The family court system, parental alienation, the fight for justice. It's a lot more complicated than it seems. We've covered some of the key players and some of the work being done to change things, but the reality is there's still so much to do.
Indeed, the fight for a fairer system, for better support, for the children caught in the middle, it is ongoing. But every step forward, no matter how small, is still progress. And as long as we continue to push, to support one another, and to keep these conversations going, change will come.
It's going to take time, but we can't afford to give up. If you're a parent out there dealing with alienation or any form of injustice in the family court system, know that you are not alone. There are experts, support groups, and people who truly understand what you're going through, fighting alongside you.
And remember, even in the darkest of times, the truth has a way of finding its light.
We'll keep pushing for change. We'll keep demanding accountability. We'll keep standing with you. Because this fight isn't just about families, it's about our future. And with that, we'll be back. Because this is just the beginning.
Until next time, stay strong, stay informed, and stay hopeful.